Alright, today I want to tell 4 stories about how advertising companies can just fuck with culture when they want to. Here's the first one. In New York, 1929, at the Easter Sunday parades, it's important to note that women had a taboo. They were not allowed to smoke outside. Here's the story of how that taboo got removed. So, on the parades, everything was going great. All the streets were shut down, people were all dressed up, having a great time. But this year, something was different. Outside St. Thomas's Church, there were 2 women at the top of the steps. They were elegantly dressed and very, very stylish. Once they got to the bottom of the steps, they took out some cigarettes and started smoking. Everybody started watching them. And they just walked off to another church. And when they got there, it seemed like 2 other women, also elegant, were inspired, and they asked them for some cigarettes, and they all started smoking. Everyone was shocked, and papers were taking photos. And the next day, all the papers in the city were arguing about it, until one feminist woman, Bertha Hunt, released a statement. She said, "I hope we have started something, and that these torches of freedom will smash the taboo on cigarettes for women." And now, this sparked debate in the entire country. Every other city, their papers were arguing about it, some in support, some against. But soon enough, it made women in other cities start smoking in public. Months later, nobody bothered to protest it anymore. So what actually happened? What was going on underneath? This seemed kind of spontaneous, but what actually happened was 2 months ago, that feminist woman, Bertha Hunt, she sent messages to all the rich girls in New York, and she asked them, "You want to do something cool?" And they were all like, "Yeah." She did this, and they planned everything. They planned what churches to meet up at, how to appear, what to be dressed as, and they did it, and it went off perfectly. One slight complication was that this was all actually masterminded by some man. He's known as the father of propaganda, Edward Bernays, and he was her boss. So what happened was, the American Tobacco Company, they were losing money because all these women couldn't smoke in public. They wanted to get rid of that taboo so they could make some money. And I just gotta say, the balls of it. Making a feminist revolution just so you can sell more cigarettes. God damn. Here's my favorite one. Second story. New York, 1919. There was a movie press agent named Harry Reichenbach, and he was known as one of the best advertisers of all time. He had a task. He had to advertise a movie called The Virgin of Stamboul. It was a standard romantic movie. What did he do to advertise it? Did he put up posters? Nah, this boy. The movie took place in Turkey, and it was a love story. So what he did, he found 8 Turkish people in the city, and he trained them in all the lines of the movie, and he checked them in to one of the most expensive hotels in New York. And he told the hotel staff that they were on a secret Turkish diplomatic mission, and this somehow leaked into the press, and reporters started swarming the hotel. So all these actors were just sitting in the hotel like, "Ooh, it's showtime." And the main actor, he was known as Sheikh Al bin Mohammed. The main actor invited all the reporters up to his suite, and he told them why he was in America. Apparently, a woman who was betrothed to his brother had fallen in love with an American soldier and run away to New York. And that woman, her mother, had apparently died of grief, and he was looking for her to bring her back home to come to the funeral. So the press ate this up, and so what he did was he got all of the media to go around New York looking for this imaginary woman. It was just so cool, and all the papers were talking about it. "Oh, are we gonna find the missing woman?" So what happened was, a couple days later, they found the Sikh in Central Park, and he was with a woman who was also an actress, and he said that he'd found her and they were going home. And everyone was like, oh my God, they found the girl. This is amazing. This is great. And the newspapers reported on it and everything was great. Apparently, the movie, The Virgin of Istanbul, released like a week later and it broke box office records because everyone was like, oh my God. I just thought that was so cool. This one guy got the media to just search for a woman that didn't exist. It's just, oh, I love the balls of it so much. 2 more stories. This one's just fun. Like, the same dude, Harry Reichenbach, a year later, needed to publicize a film called The Forbidden Woman. He said this was one of the shittiest movies he'd ever seen in his life. But that didn't matter. So what'd he do? Posters? No. In every newspaper, he put ads that said, watch the sky on the night of February 21. If it's green, go to the Capitol Theatre. If it's red, go to the Ravioli. If it's pink, go to a bunch of other cinemas. So it didn't say anything else. He said, just go to this place for the best show ever. So everyone saw the ad and they were like, well, what's going on? We don't know what's going on. Like, February 21 came and it was a big snowstorm, but amid all the snow was a very green building lit up. It said, go to Capitol Theatre. So everyone flooded to that theatre to see this movie and they didn't even mind that it was shit. It was just so exciting to be a part of this thing. So, and that film did really well in the box office as well. Last story. Another year later, our boy Harry was asked to publicize a gangster movie called Outside the Law. So what he did was, around the country, he set up billboards that just said, if you dance on Sunday, you are outside the law. And he signed it PD for police department, but it actually meant Priscilla Ann. But everyone thought the police department was saying, you cannot dance on Sunday. And he went to different areas and he said, like, you cannot play golf on Sunday or you are outside the law. Just all around these little places. And then all these groups were like, this is bullshit. Is this America? I'm sorry, I thought this was America. So they put up counter protesting posters that said, if you dance on Sunday, you are not outside the law. And if you play golf, you are not outside the law. And it sparked like a religious debate about sin and behavior you could do. So it had everyone talking about this thing being outside the law. So what happened was Sunday came and the movie Outside the Law was released. And everyone's like, just the thought of those set of words being on everyone's mind made them see that movie. And it did really, really well in the box office as well. And it's just like, it's just amazing. They start public debates and have everyone arguing about stuff just to advertise shit. It's so fucking sneaky. Just what he does is he gains public attention with a mystery or a controversy. And with all that attention, he directs it at a movie. Just so fucking cool. While everyone's arguing about the effect your art has, your name is everywhere.